You know, it's with a heavy heart and a lot of regret I have to come out here tonight and break the tragic, terrible news that the Deadly Sin 7 is going to be unavailable tonight. And I know that all of you people paid your money to see the Deadly Sin 7, and of course, the Temptation Shaun Tempers. And since he's not here, as much as we were looking forward to defending our Anarchy Tag Team titles, I'm afraid we're not going to be able to have that match tonight. But to make up for that, since I am, if nothing, but a generous and benevolent man, I'm going to allow the Temptation Shaun Tempers. He's going to stand for maybe about 30 seconds on each side of the ring and allow each and every one of you to take a photograph and to gaze longingly and lovingly at a real man and dream of what it would be like to have a real man in your life instead of all the losers you're stuck with. So, it's a very, very generous gift. I know it's not quite the same as what...
Yo, hold up. First of all, if shoes was reversed and the ball and you was calling shots, this thing would be totally different, Jeff. Let me say, hold up. Jeff, evidently you forgot. You forgot how we do things, or you do things around here, Jeff. Let me remind you. You remember this, Jeff? Do you remember things like this? Things are going to happen when you're in charge, Jeff. So I'm going to give you two choices, Jeff, because you're going to defend those belts tonight. Either you're going to go back there and put some gear on and defend it with your boy, or me and Shadow Jackson is going to beat the hell out your boy tonight and take the title. Do what you need to do.
Hey, back up, boys. Hey, Jeff G. Bailey, I didn't promote Shaun Tempers standing in my ring and posing for these people. I promoted a tag team championship match. That's what they're going to get. Now, I don't always agree with what Nemesis says, but man's got a point. Those belts are going to be defended one of two ways. Either you go back, put your gear on, and join him in that corner. Oh, so you don't want that, all right. Well, it's him against one of them. They get to pick. Title's on the line, boys. One of you. Pick one of you. It's one-on-one. Tag team titles, one-on-one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway with our main event. What was supposed to be a tag team contest. Jeremy Vane, my broadcast colleague, up here for our main event. Now a singles match, but the tag team title's still on the line.
Yes, sir. One-on-one for the tag team titles for, I believe, the first time ever in Anarchy Wrestling.
Well, I can't think of another time where the belts have been put up in a singles contest.
Yeah, but you've only been around for a cup of coffee.
Well, this is true. I've only been here 2 years now. There's a long storied history of Anarchy that I'm unfamiliar with.
Probably the longest you've ever kept a spot anywhere. So Shadow Jackson being the guy chosen for unforgivable blackness. And Nemesis on the outside cheerleading across from the phenomenal Jeff G. Bailey.
Yeah. Shaun Tempers is a superstar you've had a long storied history with, traded the heavyweight championship. Now he's the tag team champion. You and Brody Chase going after the tag team titles.
Correction, me and Shaun Tempers did not trade the title. I beat him for it. I remain champion.
That is correct. I apologize.
Just want to clarify that.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm not walking around with that thing anymore. And, you know, I got to protect what little bit of reputation I have left.
Well, now Shaun Tempers has the tag team titles. you and Brody Chase have been teaming up in recent weeks. Are you keeping an extreme eye on this match? Because obviously you and Brody would love to be tag team champions. There's dozens of tag teams in the back that would like to be champions right now. But this week in the main event, you've got the best spot in the house to watch.
Absolutely. The best place to watch. And, Tempers, 7, these guys are tag team champions, and they are the real deal. One of the most credible tag teams in Anarchy history, and that's just off of what they did before they were a tag team. And now those two together on one side, led by Jeff G. Bailey, they're dangerous, they're a threat. You got Shadow and Nemesis, who basically built this house. Anarchy was built on the back of the Urban Assault Squad. But you know what? These days their attitude has just went way downhill. These guys are, dicks, for lack of a better term. And I think karma's coming around to bite them in the form of myself and the Stray Cat, Brody Ray Chase. And what an honor it is to share a ring with Brody Ray Chase.
Well, I've had plenty of opportunity here over the last 2 years to announce Brody's matches, call some of his contests, and the same goes for you as well. It has got to be a great well, Nemesis is going to get himself in trouble.
And he's costing his partner. He's never been all that smart.
Well,
the wobbly legs of Shadow Jackson.
That shot seemed to be causing a seizure in Shadow Jackson.
He is epileptic.
Oop.
And that high-pitched sound, he's the only guy in Anarchy who still wears tighty-whities. And he wears the same ones he wore when he graduated high school. And he graduated high school at 140 pounds. Quit laughing, there's a match going on, Brett.
I'm sorry, I lost my composure for a moment. The tag team titles on the line. Our main event this week, singles action. Originally, this was supposed to be both members of the Urban Assault Squad representing Unforgivable Blackness, Shadow Jackson, and Nemesis against the Temptation, Shaun Tempers, and the Deadly Sin 7. 7 not here this week. Shaun Tempers going it alone as Franklin Dove announced this could be a singles contest and a big vertical suplex.
Singles contest for the tag team titles. And let me just say, this would be a main event anywhere in Georgia.
Well, that certainly is the case, and it is our main event this week here at the Church of Southern Wrestling in Cornelia, Georgia. We're happy you're here this week. Brett Wolverton, along with my broadcast colleague, former Anarchy heavyweight champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane. Jeremy, I'm sorry to have to call you the former champion.
Yeah, former. I'd almost rather, well, you know what? I'm not going to sit up here and whine and cry and act like I'm ashamed of losing to Jeter, because let me tell you, that guy is all man, and he's a beast. And I was very fortunate to hang on to that thing the times I did in the ring with him.
And you did have plenty of time to spend inside the ring with Jeter, a couple of times having to defend the title, not just against Jeter, but against Shaun Tempers.
Absolutely. Shaun Tempers never gave up on getting that title back. And as a matter of fact, I still don't know that he has. I know I haven't.
And I can't say I blame you. Fright Night's coming up in a few weeks, the annual fall tradition. I'm sure both of you would love to be in the main event against Jeter for the heavyweight championship.
Absolutely, and who knows, that may come to fruition. Shaun Tempers is going to have to fight me for that spot, though.
Well, there could very well be a chance that it isn't going to be Jeter that you guys are going after. Next week, a lumberjack match. Jeter versus the Priest of Punishment, Michael Judas. Have you been asked to be one of the lumberjacks?
I have not. As a matter of fact, if I'm not asked to be a lumberjack, I plan to be right out here with you, Brett, watching this show.
Well, it may be, I would like to think, with all those lumberjacks around ringside, that the broadcast booth is going to be the safest place to be in this contest.
It's awful close to the lumberjacks. I'll tell you what, it's a lot safer than being down there. But there's no place I'd rather be. Your Anarchy heavyweight champion, Jeter, Michael Judas, the future of the company, the future of the championship, and therefore my future, all on the line next week.
Shadow Jackson, I imagine, was going for the stunner there. Now a neckbreaker attempt. Wait a minute, why is Nemesis in the ring?
What is he doing? That was stupid. Well, no, wait. That was
Your
smart. They're
winner
still
of the
tag team
match as a
champions.
result of a disqualification.
No,
the Elite are still the
Shaun
tag team
Tempers,
champions.
or still your Anarchy Wrestling
I'm
Tag
baffled
Team
by
Champions, the Elite.
Nemesis cost his tag team partner the championship.
Come on now. There's
Uh,
2-on-1.
A chair being brought into the ring.
You know, Tempers may deserve this, but oh, come on, man. What are they doing?
Well, I don't like what I'm seeing.
No,
Jeremy, where are you? Oh, Jeremy Vane has left the broadcast booth. What is he doing? Well, Jeremy Vane has gone after the Urban Assault Squad. I don't believe what I'm seeing. We were just talking about the long storied history between Tempers and Vane. Well, there would be no winning the titles back this week because Nemesis says the match is over as a result of a disqualification. Shaun Tempers retains the titles for the Elite via disqualification. There's words being exchanged between, well, Jeremy Vane's inviting the Urban Assault Squad back into the ring. This can't be wise. Sitting the chair, I don't know if I trust that chair. Looks like it's seen a couple of heads in its day. Well, the Urban Assault Squad headed to the back. I don't know if Shaun Tempers even realizes that Jeremy Vane was the one that helped him. The chair's out of the ring. Now he sees Jeremy Vane. Well, wait, watch. Well, what gratitude by the Temptation, and a neck breaker. A neck breaker drops Jeremy Vane. Look at how proud of himself this Temptation is. The man helps you out and you take him down to the canvas with a neck breaker. Fans, for my broadcast colleagues, Jonathan Feldner and Andrew Pendleton III. Well,
Once again, your winner of the match, the Temptation, Shaun Tempers.
Well, fans, for my broadcast colleagues, I'm Brett Wolverton saying we'll see you next week with the Lumberjack match.